Okay, so I had a shit show. I'm taking a deep breath. Woo, woo. I had a shit show of a massage the other day. Let me tell you all about it. Um, and getting massages is one of the ways that I take care of myself. And yeah, so I work with a Reiki practitioner who here in he does massage as well in Phoenix, and then I've been also working with another massage place where I bought like a package or membership or something, a local massage place here in Phoenix. Okay, so with that being said, it was this happened at the place where I have the membership, and she got me on the table, and you know how they do that whole thing, like get undressed, put your face down, and then they step outside and they give you a couple minutes to get undressed. So that all happened, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. It's about 15 minutes later. Granted, right? This is an hour massage. About 15 minutes later, she comes into the room, and I could just tell something was wrong. So my first thought was like, oh my God, someone got in a car accident, or she got some terrible like and she got some bad information or something happened, right? And I was like, what's the matter? What happened? And she just starts crying. She just breaks down. And she said, my husband and I are probably going to be getting a divorce. And I mistakenly called him while while you were getting undressed. And we got into a fight. And you know, I probably should never have called him. We were supposed to talk tomorrow, but I couldn't wait, blah blah blah. So she's hysterical, and I sit up and I said, you know what, let's not do this today. Like, you get to take care of yourself. Let's reschedule this massage. And so she's like, no 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 no, please please just give me a minute, you get to have your massage and let me just compose myself. And that took 10 minutes maybe. And she's telling me all about what's going on with him and what's going on with her, and she's hysterical. She's blowing her nose. She's sobbing, and I know all about her situation, all about her situation. And again, I said, let's just reschedule this. Like, I had just had a massage earlier that week because I was working with the Reiki person too. And I was like, let's just reschedule. Anyway, so the big mistake is that I did not insist on rescheduling with her. That was on me. The other mistake I made was, yeah, that was the biggest mistake, because then we spent she was like, I'll gift you, I'll make sure you have your full hour. But here's the thing, she was really upset. She wasn't present. She wasn't paying attention. She wasn't tuned into me. And I was lying on the table and I was like almost crying. Like, I was like, is this actually happening? Because my daughter had just gotten out of the hospital. It's just been a really big week. And I was like, really looking forward to that hour. And I just go into deep meditative space when I get body work. And that did not happen. That did not happen. So a few things I wanted to talk about and tell you about. One, obviously she made a really poor decision of calling her husband, knowing that it was going to get escalated before she came to see me. Now, as a practitioner, right? Like, as someone who I work with people, I don't touch people, but I work with people, right? Energy is real. It is very real. Transference is real. So here I am on the massage table. I always merge with my guides before massage. I get my aura up, all of that, because I want to protect my energy from them and protect them from, if I'm giving anything off, I don't want them to mistakenly take it on. So if she's crying and she's upset and she's like really in this state of mind while she's massaging me, there's no doubt that things get transferred. So if I come to a session and I'm not clear and clean and like keeping my own stuff out of the session, it's going to transfer. Or has the potential to do that. So these things are so important, and I know that, and I allowed the massage to happen anyway. So she made a few mistakes of not really thinking about me and how that was going to affect my energy or my massage. She was just in a state, right? And she made some poor decisions, and then I made some poor decisions and allowed the massage to continue. Now, why did I do that? flat out people pleasing, right? Like flat out people pleasing. I was definitely in a state of like pleasing her. I'm going to turn off my email, pleasing her and not taking care of my body and not taking care of myself. And this is a pattern that I am working through and I am working on. Is this always happens to me. I allow it to happen. I am not a victim to it because I am creating it. I am the common denominator for the most part, except I have a long-term practitioner. I still do my personal work. I still do my medicine work. I still do all of that, right? Like nobody's healed. Nobody's healed, okay? Like we all have stuff to work through here. We are all in earth school. So I continue doing my personal work, but I always cultivate people telling me their stuff. Always. Doesn't matter if I'm there paying them to serve me, except my practitioner. She's really good about it because she knows that's my pattern. So she doesn't do that. Always. It's without fail, I end up being the one serving them, or we're serving each other. So I create it every time. I may not create it on the first session but I will always create it if I keep going. So I get to look at that because that is a level of boundary. And I used to take it as like pride, like, oh, people just like talking to me, like, yeah. No, that is a codependency thing that I have created on a vibrational level. And then I get butthurt or whatever, right? Because I'm not getting what I need. So when I was on the table and she's crying, I literally almost started crying. It was like, is this actually happening? Because she and I really didn't have a relationship. I had gone to see her one time, but it's something I'm creating in my field that says, yeah, totally, go call your husband, go get in a fight before you touch me on the table. Totally fine. Cry to me the whole time. I'm cool with it, and give me a massage and I'm going to pay you for it. Do you see how messed up that is? So the reason I'm sharing this with you is because if you have patterns such as this one, this is a big one, and you keep seeing them show up again and again and again, like I do, we get to go to radical measures to protect our energy and to shift the pattern so it doesn't continue to happen again and again and again. And if you find yourself, like me, going into people pleasing, we get to stop that. Because I didn't serve her. Honestly, I did not serve her, right? Like I let her just be in her shit instead of saying, you know what, this isn't okay. Like, I get it. Like, go take care of yourself, all of that, but I don't want you touching my body. Like that, like if I would have said that in a very loving way, it actually would have served her more because she would have seen like, oh shit, wow, this is like, I can't be massaging people and making these types of decisions. Instead, I let her run her shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, the people pleasing doesn't serve. It doesn't serve. So I learned a lot this week. And for those of you, us empaths, right, of us with a servant's heart, I have a servant's heart, you have a servant's heart, I know you do. We get to also have very strong boundaries, very sacred yeses, and very sacred nos when it comes to things. Okay? Wow, it was crazy. And so I did call the massage place and I didn't, like, I wanted them to know, but they had already known. She told them. And I was like, I don't want her to get fired, but they did give me a credit at my massage. And they were like, you want to see the other person you've seen? And I was like, no, I wasn't a fan of him either. Like, maybe this is just the massage place for me. Anyway, know your sacred no, know your sacred yes, and continue to look at any patterns that aren't serving you. And I'm right along there with you, and we can do it together. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next video. Oh, P.S. I'm going to see my Reiki massage person today. He's awesome. Okay. Yay. Okay, bye.